So hello again. Good to be here again with all of you and some of our new friends who couldn't be with us yesterday. We started our journey yesterday with an exploration of vibrations, an exploration of nad, the idea of nad as sound, as music, which is only one of the ways in which nad is expressed in the universe. So yesterday we explored the effect of rag on our body, the effect of rag in our minds. And we demonstrated and experienced three rags, a morning rag, an evening rag, and a late night rag, without knowing that they were such. And from the comments that we had yesterday, it was quite obvious that you could feel different energies with every rag. So let's continue this exploration today and let's experience another form of nad as sound. A lot of us may have heard Vedic chants, maybe in your daily lives as well, but some of you may have heard of Vedic chants, your ancestors, your grandfather, your father chanting, somebody else chanting. So what is a Vedic chant? Have you heard a Vedic chant? Would you like to hear one just now? Let's try. Let's try a Vedic chant. So a Vedic chant is typically words in Sanskrit which end in chanda, which means there's a certain layer, there's a certain rhythm, even without percussion, and the second and the fourth line are in rhyme. Also, in Sanskrit, words are joined to each other to create a wave and a flow. But more important than that is the sound itself and the intonation, the tune of the Vedic chant and what it does to us. So today we'll explore what a Vedic chant is doing to us. Okay? Let's see. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So what was the feeling? Feelings, impressions, how did you feel listening to the chant? I want your impressions. Were they different from the rags that we heard? Was there something different about the flow of the words and the intonation? Some of you may have just joined. Do you want me to repeat it, the chant? Are some of you late? Some of you just come in? Okay, I'm going to repeat it once more. Okay? Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So how do you feel? Vibrations in your fingers? Therapeutic? Calm? Going deep? Anything else? More impressions? I'll tell you the reason why, but I want to know more. Peace in mind. Vibrations rise from the heart to the head. Okay? A big spiritual gathering has happened, plus a phase has ended. Okay? Deep echo, energizing. Okay? Soothing. Yes. All these things. Yes. It is a world of peace, and that world exists within us. A world of calm, a world of power, a world of coming back to oneself, a world where nothing else exists. Slowing down of things. Why does this happen? Why is this happening? Can you see me? I can't see you. I can't see the video anymore. So, is it on? Is there a glitch with the video? Okay. Can you see me? Just say yes or no on chat. Can you see me? Am I visible? Okay, you can see me. Okay, fine. So I'll carry on. Why do we go into this deep calm with a chant? Why are we going into this deep state? What is the science of a chant? What is the science of a chant? So it's not something which is magic without meaning. There's a meaning in this magic. There's a science in this magic. And what is this science? It's a science of tone. It's a science of notes. It's a science of the ordering of notes. I am demystifying it. All of us would love to think that it's something mystical, it's something magical, and it's something beyond, because it's so vibrational, it's beyond science. But actually, it is a science. Actually, there's no separation between science and spirituality. The whole universe is a science, and the whole universe is the spirit. So, how can there be a separation? So, similarly, there is no separation between a science of sound and the spiritual deepening impact that it has on us. So, what is this science? What did I just do? What did I sing? What were the tones? What was the ordering of this tone which created this impact? Now, listen to it again. Listen to the tune without, just concentrate on the movement of the sound, because I'm going to teach you why it had this impact. And once you learn that, and once you learn that most chants apply the same principle, you will understand the science of a chant and why it takes one into trance, and why it deepens your spirit or the spiritual experience, and why you feel this rising energy from the heart to the head, and why everything becomes quiet, and why your sensory perceptions go within, why your body becomes still. All these questions will be answered. So listen to it again carefully. And this time I won't distract you with the words. I'm going to sing tune of the chant, and I want you to observe what is happening with the tune of the chant. Okay? So do you observe anything? Do you observe some movement of notes? How many notes do you think we are emitting, or how many notes am I singing of the musical scale? You know, musical scale has sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, many notes. How many notes do you think I'm singing? Any ideas? Bass note. Sa How many notes of the musical scale? Any idea? Answers? It's okay. You don't have to be right. Try. What do you think? And wait. 6 notes? Okay. Any other answers? I guess all 7 notes. Okay. What else? What else? Tell me. 6 again? Okay. What else? All 7? No idea. 15. Wow. No. A musical scale has only 7 main notes and another few which are flats and sharps, altogether 12 only. Can't be more than that. 7. Okay, fine. So I'm going to tell you. Now I'm going to sing it in the notes. Huh? Sa Om Sa Ni Sa Re Purnamada Sani Sare Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Nisa 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 Resa Purnasya Purnamadaya Nisare Nisa Nisare Purnameva Vishishyate Nisa 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 Resa. How many notes? Ni, Sa, Re. Only 3 notes. We're going up and down in different permutations and combinations of just 3 notes of the musical scale. So what is happening? There's a bass note, there's one frequency, one note slightly higher, one frequency slightly lower, Ni, Re is slightly higher, Ni is slightly lower, and in between this very, very, very narrow band of frequency, we are moving up and down in slightly different ways throughout the chant. And because of that, there is a narrowing down of the movement of your mind, the movement of your consciousness. You are forced to remain in a very, very narrow band of frequency. And when you keep undulating with the notes and the sliding of the notes from one to the other in this very, very narrow band of frequency, then a frequency beat or a frequency pulse is created in your brain, and your brain, which is in hyperactivity all the time, in a beta state of brain waves, where the brain waves are very fast, this kind of repetition, and that is the science of jap. When you repeat a chant again and again and again, then your mind is forced in this very narrow band of intonation, in this very narrow band of frequency, it is forced to become slower. Your brain waves become slower, and you go from a beta brainwave state to an alpha brainwave state. You start emitting alpha waves, which are slower than beta waves. And then when you continue to chant even further, 51 chants, 108 chants, then the brain becomes even slower. The brain waves become even slower, and you go into a theta state or a state of trance. And in that state of trance, all transformation becomes possible. All healing becomes possible. Because all the fluids, all the nervous fluids from your nerve endings start receding in a state of trance. So all your nervous fluids from every pore recedes, and all that energy goes into internal rejuvenation, internal transformation, repair of organs, repair of psychosomatic states. Everything gets repaired. You heal yourself completely from within in trance. And that was the great science of jap. Every single verse, whether it was a mathematical verse or a grammar verse or a literary verse, everything in our culture was woven into this methodology of intonation. So that even while you went about your day, you were in a state of well-being, you were in a state of wellness, because you were intoning in this way. So you don't need a doctor for health. Our ways, our heritage, our ancient ways of nad, of vibration, of weaving vibration into our daily lives is enough to keep us well and sound and happy. So that's the science of the chant. That's why you felt what you felt. Any questions? Any feelings? Okay. So there are many, many chants like this. Maybe I'll just chant one more for you to show you the similarity of how it chants and how it makes you feel. Sahana vavatu Sahanau bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So this chant means let us be protected together, Sahanavavatu. Let us be nourished together, Sahanau Bhunaktu. Let us move forward together with fearlessness and courage, Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Let our adhyayan, our aspirations, our efforts be full of light. Ma vidvishavahai. Let there never be any division or duality between us. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So that's the meaning of this chant and the meaning of the other chant that we began with. Om Purnamada. Purna, Vaha hai, Purna is that. Purnam idam, Purna yaha hai, Purnam is this. Purnat Purna mudachyate. Purna se Purna utpanna hota hai. From Purnam, Purnam emerges. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Out of Purna, if you extract Purnam, पूर्ण से अगर पूर्ण निकाला जाए तो पूर्णम एव अवशिष्यते, पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते, पूर्ण ही रह जाता है. पूर्णम indeed remains. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So these are like Mahavakyas. These are eternal Mahamantras because they apply across the spectrum. They apply to the principle of mother and child. Both are Purnam. One comes out of the other and both remain Purnam. It applies to the principle of knowledge from a guru to a shishya. It applies to an infinite mathematical series and any infinite scientific truth. So, in very short, there are so many holograms to the meaning of this mantra. But these are Maha Mantras because they are analogical. They apply across the spectrum to many examples. So these are the power of these mantras, and the nad of this mantra is multifaceted. It's not just the intonation, which of course has its own impact, like I explained. It's the sandhi of the Sanskrit language, which itself creates a kind of flow of vibration. And that is why Sanskrit is so scientific. It does not allow words to break. If they are broken up words, it gets joined to create a flow. And then the depth of meaning itself brings one into oneness with oneself. So that's the power of the Vedic chant in healing us. So that was our little nugget of vibrational healing today, of Nad, one of the expressions of Nad, one of the tools of Nad that we can use in our lives to bring peace to ourselves, bring power to ourselves, order our mind, bring our energies back to us instead of being scattered all over the place, and so many other things. That's the power of mantra, the Vedic mantra. So there's a question. What is the difference between a Maha Mantra and a mantra? Good question. So what is the meaning of the word itself, mantra? The word in Sanskrit is broken up into root meanings. So tra means that which brings concentration. Mantra, that which brings concentration in the mind, that which जो आपके मन को केंद्रित करे, वो मंत्र. That which brings concentration to the manas is mantra. But what is a Maha Mantra? A Maha Mantra is that which not only makes you concentrated and brings all centeredness into yourself like any mantra does, but it has multifold meanings. When that which brings you back to yourself can apply on many, many levels of life, on many, many levels of consciousness, on many, many levels and examples in the universe, in your daily lives, then it gives you your directions in life in every way. It teaches you the truth of life in many ways, and that is when it becomes a Maha Mantra. That's the difference. Okay? So, should we stop today? Tomorrow again at 10 p.m. Look forward. Tomorrow, let's discover the Om. We'll be discovering the Om tomorrow. Yes, another question very quickly. So, should one chant a mantra or a Maha Mantra? Ideally, one should do whatever one enjoys, because unless you do what you do and without enjoyment, you will never do it passionately and deeply. So it doesn't matter what you do. It should make you happy. It should make you quieter. It should make you come closer to yourself. It could be a rag. If singing a rag deeply takes you into ecstasy, sing a rag. If a mantra takes you into trance, do a mantra. If just chanting Om is enough for you, just chant Om. No one rule applies to everybody. Each one of us is unique, each one of us is different, and each one of us has our own way of reaching the depths of ourselves. So no one rule applies to anybody. Okay? What should we chant in this lockdown situation? Okay? Any other questions? Did I miss any? So someone asked, are there different mantras for different parts of the day? Yes and no. Many of these mantras you can chant at any time. Rag, yes, there are rags for different parts of the day. Mantra, there are certain mantras because of the words themselves, like the Gayatri, which is looking towards the light. It's metaphorically uh, to do with the sun of your consciousness. So ideally, we chant the Gayatri mantra in the morning. But ultimately, most mantras can be chanted at any time. Om can be chanted at any time. Some people may differ with me. I'm not the last word in anything or everything. But these are my experiences. So whatever I say is from my own experience of rag or mantra. And there is nothing more important to one's own truth than one's own experience. So whenever you do something, only believe your experience, nobody else. That's the key to a good life. Okay? Thank you very much. I look forward to being with you tomorrow. Namaste.